over the last 8 years, we have developed several initiatives at Action for India to help us fulfill the mission of the organization. One of these initiatives is the annual conference. We call it the AFI Annual Forum, where we assemble 100 leading social entrepreneurs from around the country and connect them with 100 influencers, as we call them. These include investors, donors, IAS officers, tech executives, policy analysts, essentially anyone who can play a role in helping scale the impact of the work. We've done this conference every year for the last 8 years. We've done it in Delhi, 5 times in Delhi, 4 of them at IIT Delhi. We've done it in Bangalore in 2015 when Nandan and Rohini Nilekani hosted us at the Infosys campus. We've done it in Bombay 2 years ago when Nishit Desai, the international lawyer, hosted us at his retreat center, Ali Gunjan in Alibag. Last year, the Telangana government invited us to bring the forum to Hyderabad, and we organized it at the Indian School of Business. This year, like the rest of the world, we're going virtual. During these conferences, these have been 2-day conferences. The whole theme of interactions at these conferences has been to get a better understanding of the challenges faced by these entrepreneurs to scale, and to look at what role in particular technology and government can play in helping them scale. These have been small invitation-only events. As I mentioned, 100 entrepreneurs, 100 influencers, and we've been very fortunate to attract some influential leaders from the business, technology, and government domains to come to these conferences, address the delegates, and share their insights. So people of the stature of Mr. Amitabh Kant, the CEO of Niti Aayog, and probably the most influential bureaucrat in the Modi administration, has spoken multiple times at the forum. Folks like Deshpande, who is the founder of the Deshpande Foundation. He is probably one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the history of entrepreneurship. We all know about Steve Jobs and Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg, but Desh has founded 4 technology companies in the US, took them all public, and each one of them went to not a $1 billion market cap. Apart from Elon Musk, there's probably no other individual who's been involved with as many billion-dollar tech ventures. And when one of his companies, Sycamore Networks, went public in the year 2000, it was probably the most successful IPO in US history until that point, and it briefly made him the richest Indian on the planet. Desh sits on the board of MIT, the famous engineering school in Boston. He was also an advisor to President Obama when Obama became president in 2008. Deshpande and Steve Case of America Online were jointly nominated as the 2 co-chairs for the Council on Innovation and Entrepreneurship for the US. That's the background of Desh. And here in India, Desh is also a co-brother of Narayan Murthy of Infosys. So both of them are married to sisters. Desh has been one of the single largest financial supporters of Action for India, and he's spoken at multiple of these AFI forums. Another individual who's been closely involved with AFI is Sam Pitroda. As most of you would know, Sam was the father of modern Indian telecom. Back in the 1980s, he was a member of the Union Cabinet in the late Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi's cabinet. And a lot of the work that's been done in the telecom sector, if today we are a country with 1 billion cell phones and the fastest growing telecom market in the world, a lot can be traced back to the work that Mr. Pitroda initiated back in the 80s. And Mr. Pitroda was an advisor also to the late Prime Minister, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, and also the previous Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh. And Mr. Pitroda has been the honorary chairman of Action for India since inception, and I've greatly benefited from his mentorship and support. So these are the stature of individuals, leaders from business, technology, and government domains who have been a source of strength and support for pursuing our work at Action for India.